14 of EFL, right here in Italy. 13 corner track, and very legendary track, I must say. And like usual with pre-race podcasts, and we're gonna get some drivers for the interview box. Let's get, actually, let's try to get one driver here today who will be in with me, and that is Jack King 32. I'm gonna invite him to the party, and we're gonna do a pre-race podcast with him. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome for the round 14 of EFL here in Monza, Italy. As I'm gonna invite Jack King 32 for the pre-race podcast. Been quite busy the whole week. Haven't had time to play this game, so my voice once again it's gonna be a little bit, I don't know. But always this pre-race podcast thing is very, very painful. Because I hate when people are in a party, I can't send them invites or else it's gonna make me join their party. And there we go, we're gonna invite Jack King 32. He's the only driver we're gonna interview here today, and then we're gonna hear the national anthem of Italy before the race starts. And yeah, we're gonna wait until Jack King 32 is gonna come. We have 7 viewers and two comments. I need to read them out actually really quickly. What the comments are gonna be all about. But currently 15 drivers here racing with us here today, so that's a really solid amount of drivers. And I'm gonna try to read some questions you guys wrote to me. And we have Jack King 32, who was joined to our party. Good evening, Jack.
Good evening. How are we getting on?
Very well, very well. I believe this is your first race in the EFL, and I want to know what are your expectations for Monza here today.
Well, I'm gonna give it my all. I don't know what the pace of these boys, of course, but I'm gonna see how we get on in qualifying. Just hopefully keep a nice clean race, and we'll see how we get on from there.
Okay, nice clean racing. What positions do you expect? Top 5, top 10, top 3?
I hope for top 5. We'll soon see, but hopefully top 5.
Hopefully top 5. And do you have any message for the viewers who might be rooting for you here today?
Hello to all the Irish boys back home. My mates are watching, and I just want to say hello to them boys. So,
alright, good luck, and thank you very much.
See you later, boss.
Yeah, it's a little bit, yeah. And we have some comments saying "Let's go, boys" and "Susie boys" and stuff like that. As we're gonna, before the race starts, as we have 4 more minutes actually remaining, I'm gonna get one more driver to the interview box with me here today, and I believe that is gonna be legendary New Zealand Cam, who is in P2 in a drivers' championship, but he can actually get to P1 because VRT Sape will not be racing here today. So he will be very strong if he wins the race. He will be leading the drivers' championship, but we're gonna hear the national anthem of Italy right after Cam's interview. So we're just gonna wait for Cam to join. So don't leave the stream, even though nothing's really happening at the moment. 17 drivers at the moment. Sevap has joined, the driver who's also fighting for the World Drivers' Championship with us here today. As I'm gonna quickly check. Do I have any new messages? And people are coming very quickly, and it doesn't seem like New Zealand Cam is gonna come probably. So we're gonna just hear the national anthem, and then we're gonna start it's gonna be party on rock and roll, as they say. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for 10 more seconds for New Zealand Cam. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and I have voice. Oh god damn it! I hate this new laptop. Actually, it's very confusing. I'm gonna mute my own voice in YouTube. So I don't think New Zealand Cam is gonna come. So, ladies and gentlemen, place wise for the national anthem of the hosting country in today's Formula 1 Grand Prix, national anthem of Italy. And that was a very beautiful national anthem of Italy. And I think everybody's arrived to the session. We're still gonna wait for 1 more minute for the drivers to have chance to who actually are coming late. So if people are waiting up, but I haven't given permission for people to ready up. So bear with me, cowboys, as I'm not yet in spectator mode. I'm just checking all the settings. Actually, pit assist and pit release will be off. Braking assist will be off. Who the hell uses braking assists in in league racing? That's just gonna slow you down, So now we're ready. Let's go. It's 8 p.m. So hasta la vista, baby, and let's get going. And if you're wondering why I have my Boston flag, well, I'm half Boston and half Finnish, and New Zealand Cam has joined. Quickly, New Zealand Cam expectations for Italy. And the reaction for VRT Safe not racing today, the championship leader who you're fighting for World Drivers Championship.
First of all, I don't like Italy as a track. Like, I like it to watch it like real life, but I'm really bad driving on it. I reckon with Shap and Leroy gone though, I can get probably top 5 and push for a podium. If I can win, then obviously that puts me in a good position for the championship. And I think Shap's a bit of an idiot for not turning up.
Well, he's sick at the moment, so that's New Zealand Cam's point of view. But yeah, thank you very much, New Zealand Cam, and enjoy the race.
Yep, see you later.
See you later, man. And there we go. We heard New Zealand Cam's professional point of view about this track. That he personally doesn't like the track, and called his championship rival an idiot. So well, I think that's never wise to, never wise to say like that about a fellow drivers. I'm gonna read some of the comments here today. We have 16 drivers driving today in EFL. Who is Susi? Driver of EFL. Personally, no idea. He raced last time in Belgium, but yeah. And do you need any extra drivers? Yeah, EFL, we always welcome new extra drivers. If you have some, please bring them to us. We're gonna welcome them with warm hearts. And of course, just DM me in Twitter, EFL_F1, or in PSN, EFL_F1. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to for the round 14 right here in Italy. For the qualifying session, short qualifying, 50% race. And I'm your owner and commentator of EFL, Eric the Lightning Salama. And I believe we're going to have one Slaponaker Grand Prix ahead of us. 16 drivers driving with us here today. And some comments. I'm trying to read some comments here today, ladies and gentlemen. Bear with me. Susi Boys, Wagwan, Mr. E. Yeah, Mr. E, Wagwan, Mr. Friend, and Motley. So we have a lot of Susi fans here today. So yeah, that's very, very interesting that Susi fans are dominating my live stream comment section, but it's cool, man. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's gonna rain. No idea about the race, how it's gonna be turning out. And right, if somebody doesn't know me, I'm the owner of EFL and also the commentator of EFL, and we're already in round 14, and we have Ella Harry, who's left from the session, and I'm gonna put myself online so that he can join to the my profile. And we have a few drivers going out to the track at the moment. A lot of drivers with the softs and medium tires. A few drivers with a hard set of tires like New Zealand Cam, who I believe is in hard set of tires, and also Amity and White Lord Billy. But I believe rest of the drivers are with a soft set of tires. So now we're just gonna wait for the first driver to start his lap around this beautiful 12 corner track. Memorable drives here in Italy, I believe, has to go. I actually no idea. Memorable Grand Prix. You can write to the comment section any memorable Grand Prix you remember from Monza, Italy. Maybe one. Maybe when Schumacher. Well, Schumacher was dominated in Italy. I don't know. I don't know what's the most memorable Italian Grand Prix there was, or there is. Just it's blundered my memory at the moment. Speed Cooper said he needs to go get a setup, so well, you can join to my friends. You can join to my profile or somebody else's profile if you feel like it. And you have still 15 more minutes, or actually 13 more minutes time to do time trial or setups. Before, you know, you're gonna be too late to join the race. So Sevap City is starting his lap now in Italy. We have yellows in sector 3. He's coming towards the corner 1 braking point. You have to be very, very cautious. As PMP trying catch has joined to the session, but he will unfortunately miss the qualifying. But that will mean that we will have around 17 drivers driving in a race here today with us. And Tseva is coming towards the end of sector 1, which is 25.9. Very impressive, very, very impressive. Sector 1 time for a banker lap, so he's apparently gonna do with the times I believe Tseva is now doing is around 1:19.2 to 1:19.4 in his first lap. But we have to see what his sector 2 time is. He's now coming towards the corner combinations of 8, 9 and 10 to Ascari. Very incredible sector 2 time, and he almost lost the car. He a little bit small tank slapper from him, but nothing too serious. And next up is the corner 11 of Blond Simon, and not Blond Simon, but Parabolica. And now Kevin went very wide, and now he's gonna cross the finish line. And he said 1:19.569, not bad for banker lap for Tseva Cici. And is anybody else gonna cross the finish line? RPC is crossing the finish line, and he will be doing a 1:20.6, around 1.1 seconds slower than Tseva Cici. We have both Susi drivers in Haas using the slipstream of each other. Amedy set at the 1:21.4 with a hard set of tyres. Pierre, who is in P5 in the Drivers' Championship at the moment, is going to cross the line, and he will be doing a 1:21.1, which moves him to P3 position at the moment. Susi Motley is going to set a lap time of... Okay, just gave us... I don't know what he did, but... Susi Frame did a 1:23.197. I'm gonna read the comments as soon as I can. Trent is in his lap, and so is New Zealand Cam. Hartzer is starting his lap. We'll see what Jack King is about to do. He's invalidated, or then he just started his lap. I'm not pretty sure what's the case with him. RPC moves to P. Argy Richak moves to P2 with 1:20 and 5, but still Tseva Cici has taken pole position by 1 second to his closest rival Argy, but still there's a lot of time to go in this qualifying session, and you can never count anybody out completely. And Cam is going back to the pits because he's invalidated his lap. Hart's in his lap. Trent it's T21. He's gonna, you know, he's gonna come towards the finish line. Actually, he's invalidated his lap time, so it's not gonna be an improvement for Trent, so it's not even gonna be a bank lap for him. But we have to follow Hartz what he's about to do in that beautiful orange-yellow McLaren car. Hartz who's really... He's participated to every single race in EFL, but 0 podiums at the moment, and currently P8 in the Drivers' Championship, but still, is this going to be the first podium for the Finnish driver as Monza? He's been very successful for the Finnish drivers in the past, and Hartz sets a 1:20 and flat, and that moves him to P2 position, only 5 tenths behind of Tseva Cici, which is impressive because everybody else has been over 1 second or 1 second behind the German driver in a Williams car. Sasi Motley is one out of VRS, so I don't believe he will be going to the best positions here today. I mean, no, well, he might be here today, but not in this qualifying one. RP James T started his lap, so we might as well follow him in that beautiful Mercedes AMG Petronas car. Just did a corner 1 and corner 2, and I'll read some comments now. 2019 Forza Ferrari, which my steering wheel was working so I could race today. Next Wednesday I will be back. Okay, no problemo, I understand. Nobody wants to drive with pad. That's the thing. It's a racing game. Why would you race with control in a racing game? And purple sector 1 for Mercedes driver RP James here today. And his teammate Trent, who's actually in his outlap, I have to say, one of the most impressive debuts I've seen, at least in my league in EFL. Qualified outside the top 10, I believe in P13 or P14, and in the race was able to finish P3, taking his first podium outside the top 10, so that was very impressive. And purple sector 2 for RP James T with 53 flat, 53.045, so he might take provisional pole position from the driver who is P3 in the Drivers' Championship at the moment, which is Tevap Titi, and New Zealand Cam, who is in without a time, he is in P2 in the Drivers' Championship. And RP James is going to cross the finish line, and is this going to be the pole position? Current pole position for RP James? No, it's not. It's 121, so somewhere in that he made a mistake, and Hartza has improved his time, and he has set a 119.9. So the Finnish driver is doing very good job in this qualifying session at the moment, as we have 9.5 minutes remaining in this qualifying session here today. And you can ask me any questions you want about this track, about personal questions about myself, about my league, about the favorite Grand Prix you've experienced in Monza, in the game or in real life. So keep the questions coming, and I will try to answer them in this stream as soon as it's possible. Actually, we can actually maybe discuss a little bit also about the Drivers' Championships. VLT Sapele, who's not racing here today, is leading the championship from New Zealand Cam by I believe the gap is 23 points, and behind them, 1 point behind them, is Tevap Titi. So he has 23-point gap to New Zealand Cam, and then he has 24-point gap to Tevap Titi. So but yeah, anyways, this is the race now we're gonna do, and will Sapel lead the Drivers' Championship after this race or not? That's gonna be, we're gonna find that out after this Grand Prix. Snookster in his debut, who's starting for Ferrari here today, has set it at 121.2. Jack King has set it with mediums 121.003. As Susie Frein has retired from the session. New Zealand Cam has set it at 119.574, only 6 thousandths of a second behind of Tevap Titi. So still very impressive lap from Cam, but Trent HT moves himself to P3 with 119.6, but still the lap Tevap Titi set it on his banker lap in 18th minute. It's still provisional pole position here today. Nobody's been able to break that time, and we know that the track gets better minute by minute, second by second. More drivers in the track, better the rubber is going to turn in, and better grip, better traction, and that will mean time improvements more than 2 or 3 tenths in the end. So Tevap Titi is starting his second lap in this qualifying session at the moment. He's coming towards corner 1. I apologize, I have to answer some messages. And I know what you're thinking. Is it Tinder? Is it Tinder? No, I got her number. She's in my WhatsApp now. So alright, one moment. Yeah. Yeah. Where was I? Yeah. Sector 7th TC in his lap. End of sector 2. 25.7 new purple sector 2 time for Tevap Titi. Who really... Oh, he made a mistake and almost lost the car. He almost did Mika Häkkinen, how Mika did in 1999, but luckily he didn't touch the curb or had a gearbox failure. Yeah, but still, it was... disaster, or recipe for disaster was almost the same as with Mika in 1999. But still, it doesn't matter, he won the title, so who cares if he made a mistake in one race. But Trent is going back to the pits. Imadi is in his lap. And yeah, keep the questions coming, I'm gonna make sure, does the stream work or not. Okay, the stream is working, the voice is fine. So Imadi, I don't know what I'm watching, but it's been a very long week, you know, Corona and everything. It's very busy, and I've not touched PS4 since Saturday last time, so I'm a little bit lost, and messages coming left and right. So Mad Lord Billy in his debut set at a 121.4, which moves him to P13 position. There's a new comment, I'll read it out very shortly, as we have drivers And yeah, Tsivap is actually starting his second lap, so he had enough fuel for his second lap. So I'll try to with some. There's something wrong with the stream. What is wrong with the stream? Pame mustakos. Okay, I don't understand. I understand only English, so just say what is wrong with the stream, and I will try to fix it. Is it the voice lagging or something? If it is, the microphones might be a little bit loose or something. But yeah, what's wrong with the stream? Esteban Tsitsi is and he cut it that as carry corner like a boss, and it's actually invalidated lap from him. It isn't on. What do you mean on enough? What is on enough? What do you mean? What do you mean on enough? What is on enough? Please, can you precise your comment? Not enough loud? Put some more voice. I'm talking as loud as I can. It's not about the voice. It's 4.5 minutes remaining in this qualifying session. And yeah, wait. Ah, you're not online. Yeah, no, it's called real life. It's called real life. You're not online enough. You know, there's other stuff like, you know, real life and yeah, video games. It's but yeah, I enjoy commentating in my own league, and it was a nice experience. RP James T is using the slipstream from his teammate, very smartly done by the two Mercedes drivers, as I believe RP James once again is purple sector 2, but is it gonna bring home the cookie, the holy grail of EFL? They're qualifying, but he needs, and it's a 1:19.7. He just goes behind his teammate for P4 position, so two Mercedes drivers in P3 and P4 at the moment, so very impressive stuff from them, and we'll see what Hartza is about to do. Hartza has done a purple sector 2, but it's not his personal best sector 2, but still, it seems like everybody's doing purple sector 2s, and he's actually invalidated his lap, so and we'll see what RP is about to do. Improving his lap by 66 thousandths of a second. Coming towards the last corners of Parabolica. And Javi is racing dirty well. Just if you feel like Javi is be blocking you in a qualifying, just send me the POV and I will take a look at it. And what else? I'm just really tired here today. Just real tired. Augie Trench has retired from the session. 2.5 minutes remaining in qualifying session, but we do know that there might be some glitched qualifying times, that even if it says that it's 2 minutes 16 seconds in the session, for the drivers it might look as it's 3 minutes and a half minute remaining in the session. So Amadi is improving his lap. He's doing a personal best sector 1, and actually the personal best for the whole session in sector 1. So now we're gonna see gloves dropping, shaking and baking, and it's a massive crash. It's a massive crash between Renault and a Haas car. So that's Amadi's qualifying over. So Susi Matley has received a 5-place grid penalty for collision with Amadi, as Amadi was just in purple sector 2. Matley did that mistake, and that was very unfortunate for Amadi's qualifying, but he will have to start with a medium set of tires. That's very unfortunate for his qualifying, and I don't know, was Matley in the lap or was in his out lap, but we do know that he made a mistake in lesbian 1. And New Zealand Cam is actually starting his lap. Is there anybody else who's close to finishing? Well, Matley ruined already Amadi's race, so I'm in qualifying, so he's not in his lap, but I believe Pierre Hansen is, and we'll see what sector 2 time he will be doing, as we do not know that yet, and he's not actually doing his personal best, as New Zealand Cam has retired from the session, and that's an invalidation for Pierre Hansen. White Lord Billy, I don't know who else to follow actually. Well, basically almost everybody has either invalidated or retired or something like that. So Slav King Wober has retired. White Lord Billy is doing a purple sector 2, but every single driver who I spectate, they always do purple sector 2. So is that a glitch in the game, or if it is, there can be freaking 16 drivers who all do the purple sector 2 time. That's just unheard of. I've never actually seen that happening in real life. And we'll see what White Lord Billy is about to do. And he sets a 120 and 297, which moves him to P7 position. So now it looks like very well that Sevap Tsitsi might be taking pole position here today, but we never know. RPC has invalidated his lap, but he's actually just about to start his lap. Jack King is starting his lap. Snookster is in his lap, so we might follow him. Debuts here in Ferrari as a reserve driver. We're gonna have 17 drivers racing in Italy, so I hope it's gonna be one hell of a race here today, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, keep the comments coming. And he's actually improving 2/10 of his time just in the end of sector 2. Boah, I don't know. Oh, somebody's asking. One moment. Yeah, we have a new comment coming, and we'll see. Snookster is gonna come across the finish line, and he does a 120 and 6, which moves him to P10 position. He moves himself to P10 position. White Lord Billy, I'm gonna read the comments very shortly, and we'll see. He uses the slipstream of the car ahead, but he's actually with 0 EOS, and Harry has moved himself to P4 position. Where is Tseva? Where is James? Who will be doing the laps first? And I believe it's gonna be Tseva Tsitsi first, and then it's gonna be James in second. And yeah, I'm gonna read some comments now. He's improving his lap by 90 thousandths of a second, but it is not a purple sector 2, so has somebody snitched that sector 2 time from him, as his rear snaps a little bit, not too much. There's a comment saying angry face for Mamadi and what happened, and Chris, I believe that's Motley just knowing what happened, and but yeah. Sevap Tsitsi is coming across the finish line, and he's about to set a lap time of track extending way too much, and that's a 119 flat from Sevap Tsitsi. Incredible lap. Danke Kevin, unbelievable. That was a snell lap from Sevap Tsitsi, and that was your pole position time here today, and qualify, and I mean you're great for the race. Is Sevap Tsitsi on pole, Cam in second, Trench in third, Harry 4th, James 5th, Hodge 6th, Amity 7th, Billy 8th, Pierre 9th, Argy Witzek 10th, and from P11 to P10 from Snookstek to Slav King Wobo, and Matley of course with a 5-place quit penalty, so it's going to drop him 2 positions. I'm going to take a screenshots. And of course I'm going to take screenshots of the top 16. So a little bit of arguing here today. Amity, someone spun and I couldn't avoid them. Yeah, that was a Susi Motley. Amity, he spun. So I'm not sure was he on his out lap or qualifying lap, but still nothing can happen. It's not like we can make the cars ghost, unfortunately. We can only do them, you know, for the lapped cars. And it doesn't seem like it's actually gonna rain. It's not gonna rain, so it's gonna be a dry qualifying session here today, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna read out some comments very shortly. Yeah. Oh man. So we're gonna ready up, and formation lap will be on this time, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be on. Don't worry, guys. It's gonna be on. So, formation lap is on, and like Michael Buffer says, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! And pole position today by Williams driver Sevap Tsitsi. P2 time Red Bull Racing's New Zealand Cam. P3 Mercedes MG Petronas driver Trans HD21. P4 from McLaren Racing drivers Ella Harry. P5 another Mercedes MG drivers Petronas driver RP James T. P6 McLaren Racing's Hotza. P7 Renault F1 team's driver Amadi. P8 Tawasso driver Bad Lot Billy. P9 Red Bull Racing driver Tiamo Pierre. P10 with Renault driver Augie Witzak. P11 Snookster 007 in his beautiful Scuderia Ferrari car. P13 RP with Alfa Romeo. P14 Toro Jack King 32. P14 Susi Frayne in his Haas F1 team. And P15 Slav King Robo in Alfa Romeo. P16 another Haas driver Susi Matley. P17 Callum Anderson, who is reserving here today in the EFL. You might know him from IRL or PSGL. And then P18 it's PMP Try and Catch. So we have 18 drivers here today, ladies and gentlemen, so which is actually very, very impressive amount of people, as we are trying to keep the streak to keep it over 17 drivers in the race. So that's very impressive, and actually Racing Point driver Catch has spun, so yeah. I'm gonna read some comments now. Good luck, Harry, from Dad and Helen. So we have parents. Good evening for the parents of Harry. You must be very proud of your son. Very good driver, very good job in the game. Don't get me wrong, he's very good. And let's hope. Well, I have to be unbiased actually, but let's hope that Harry is going to win the race. So for Harry's parents, EFL owner says regards to you. So yeah, it's gonna be a lights out and away we go very shortly, as we're gonna wait for the FIA to give permission for the 5 red lights. So very good to see that there's somebody supporting drivers at home. That's very good. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. As we're waiting still for the 5 red lights to come out, and it's lights out and away we go, and it looks like the Williams driver Tim Aptisi got a fantastic start, and he's pulled away from the Red Bull and the Mercedes drivers here today. Harry is trying to overtake for P3. He's diving up the inside of the Mercedes driver, a little bit touching, but he is going side by side still with the Mercedes drivers, as there's yellows in sector 1. Has somebody crashed out? Is that going to bring out the safety car here today? As they're still going side by side. RP James and Ella Harry in where it's McLaren against Mercedes for P3 position. Who will give in? Who has the bigger cojones? And at the moment it looks like RP James is keeping his position. Cam is in P2. Titi in P1. Trent HT is moving a lot of positions, as there's one driver who's made a massive mistakes, and that's Imadi, who's run wide and lost 4 positions because of it. And we have Jack King 11 and Tiamo Pierre go side by side with each other, and Jack King dive bombing in Lesmo 2 corner for P11 position, but he failed at doing so. So very clean start, nobody crashing out, no safety cars, no VSC. So that was very impressive stuff from these drivers here today. As we have New Zealand Cam, who's overtaken. Actually, is that? Was that? Oh, Harry's actually trying to challenge James for P3 here today, and we have Hartza and Trent going side by side with each other. So there's for P3 and P4 and for P5 and P6 there's a McLaren against Mercedes, and which is very lovely to see. So it's going to be a battle of the teams, and both teams are basically in the last places in the Constructors' Championship. So it's going to be very big motivation for them to fight it out. And it looks like Hartza got past of Trent HT, and he's now behind his teammate, and there's a massive crash and massive pile-up, which was caused by a dive bombing Ferrari, I believe. And is that going to cause a safety car or not? I believe that was that an Alfa Ferrari, dive bombing Ferrari, but it caused a big domino effect here today. But no safety cars luckily, but some fun things and fun end plates were flying from these drivers. And Sebab City already has over 2-second lead over everybody else. So Susi Frains gets a penalty for multiple warnings and corner cutting. So as there's a Ferrari and Renault go side by side, Armadi against Nookster 007. Beautiful overtake by Armadi, but look how big battle it is. It's like a 5-car battle for one position. Ladies and gentlemen, this is only in Formula 1 game. You don't see this stuff in real life, and there's yellows in sector 3. And I don't want to see what's going to happen after these corner sections, and very clean and tidy corner battle with these drivers, as there's a Ferrari who's run wide. yellows in sector 2, still yellow sector 2, as we have our first retirement, who is Callum Anderson, and that spot out the VSC here today, ladies and gentlemen, and that spot out the VSC, and we have Sosi Matley who have spun it. So VSC, but nobody else is pitting at the moment. Is anybody going to take the risk and pit? There are a few drivers who are pitting. I can confirm there are a few drivers who are pitting, who are Amity and Snookster 007, but I'm not sure they're pitting just for changing tires, or are they going to change the front wings also? But Amity is changing his front wing, and it looks like that Snookster 007 is changing his front wing also. So at the moment it's no overtaking, and please write me some questions. I will try to answer them as soon as possible. I can tell you a little bit about myself. I'm Eric, 22 years old. I play basketball in real life. I work in a basketball company also in real life. I was before Corona struck in my city, so owner of the league. So we have a comment saying that so was the tires, please. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Apologize, I thought I had it on, but here we go. Apologize for those who haven't seen the tires. So everybody's basically on the soft tires. One driver in the mediums, one with a hard set of tires. So Harry is currently challenging RP James for P3 position. But we do know that the DRS will not be enabled. There's yellow sector 2, PMP Try Cats is without us. I'm gonna try to quickly check what happened to PMP Try Cats. Did he make a mistake? Well, I believe he made a mistake. And yes, it is. It's just retired in the middle of the track, but no safety car at the moment. But that also means no overtaking in the end of sector 3. Very long yellow flags for the race here today. So but no, nothing. It's lights out and away we go once again. So no safety car. So the FI decided a car which is middle of the track. There's no cause for safety car. We have to respect the FIS decisions, just like we have to respect them in real life. And Harry has won very wide, but the game doesn't penalize for it, as he smartly lifted off and didn't try to overtake outside the track. But that a little bit compromised his exit, compromised his work he's been trying to do to catch towards the P3 driver of RP James T, as we have PMP trying catch, who has left from the session very understandably. And once again there's yellows in sector 3, Callum Anderson who started from the session. We have Susi Frayne who has pitted, and there's a ghost car already. There's Susi Matley who is being lapped at the moment. But anyways, Sebab City having a very big lead, 2.1 seconds, and there's yellows in sector 3. There's a Mercedes and a Red Bull drivers of Tiaman Pierre and Trent T21 who have crashed with each other, and that's spot out the full out safety car. That has spot out the full out safety car. So who is gonna pit? Is anybody gonna pit? Nobody is pitting at the moment. And we have RP pitting. We have Jack King pitting. We probably gonna have Slav King. So everybody are gonna pit. So very good timing for these drivers to get a safety car. But we don't have Slav King Robo pitting, but we have Tiaman Pierre pitting. Trent is pitting. And Amity is probably going to pit also, as we have Jack King 32 who has taken the medium set of tires. We have Say who's taken the hard set of tires. And we have Pierre who's changed another set of softs. Trent T21 in his debut last week finished in the podium. He has taken the hard set of tires here today, ladies and gentlemen. So I just want to know, are the top runners and top gunners gonna pit in the end of this lap, or are they gonna wait for a better opportunity? Because I don't believe they can take the medium set of tires, the yellow ones, for the next 22 laps. If they want to do that, they have to take the white set of tires, which are currently held by Say T and Amity. But if they calculate that there will be maybe one more safety car in this race, there's no point pinning, but I think the hearts could go to the end, in my opinion. As we have Tseva Tsitsi pitting, Tseva is pitting, and we'll see is that going to compromise his lead. And that's a 5-second penalty for Tseva Tsitsi for speeding in the pit lane. Nuziat Cam is also pitting behind him, and so is RP James and Harry, and of course Harta, and they're unfortunately gonna double stack in the pits. And we have Sebab Tsitsi, who is not serving his 5-second penalty for some reason, as we have two McLarens probably holding each other up very shortly. And there we go. Harry got how he got out for the soft tires, but are they gonna change hard tires? Yes, they are. So no problems there. Cam has rejoined in P3, Cevapcic in P2, and only driver who did not pit doing the safety car, I believe, is White Lord Billy. He's the only driver, I believe, who did not pit under the. Yeah, he's gonna, because we have this driver. So he's the only driver. White Lord Billy, first time in his life, he's leading a Grand Prix in EFL, and who knows? Maybe it's gonna be a blessing in disguise for him. If the safety car is gonna come once again after 3 or 4 laps, then everybody else are gonna pit once again for the first tires, and that will legitimately put White Lord Billy for, or it will give him legitimate chances to fight for the win here today, ladies and gentlemen. So bear with us, do not adjust the TV sets, anything can still happen in this wonderful Grand Prix, which is EFL Round 14 Season 1. So yeah, but now nothing is really happening, so write me some questions, anything, because of the safety car. Safety car is gonna be probably out for 2 more laps, so yeah, we can maybe discuss something. Yeah, I don't know. What to tell you about my day. So I had a very good day today. I woke up, went running, ran about 13 kilometers, that's around 7 to 8 miles, because I play basketball in a good condition. Ate food, it was very delicious. And oh yeah, we have actually White Lord Billy who's spitting, so he's spitting at the moment, so he's losing his lead. So nothing really changed apart from White Lord Billy leading for 1 lap of EFL. So nothing really changed, so he decided to pit, and it was probably due to double stack. He didn't wish to pit with his teammate, but we saw Hartza and Harry pitting with their teammates, so. As we have New Zealand Cam has left from the session, New Zealand Cam has left from the session, so he has disconnected here today, ladies and gentlemen. He has disconnected, and it will do very badly for his championship chances. So at the moment, if Cam is ghosted or disconnected and he will not return, and that means if he will be finishing outside the top 10, because computer intelligence program is going to drive for him, and it is around 5 to 6 seconds slower than any other driver here today, and that would mean if Kevin or Cevapcic is able to win a Grand Prix here today, he will take the lead in the Drivers' Championship for the first time in the EFL, as we have Argu Ritsak, who's taken a 5-second penalty for exceeding the track limits. As we have Chaotic Leisure Riding, you weren't not and played basketball in the... What? No, I play basketball, like in real life, like in a team, in a Finnish city team. Like in real life I play basketball. Not now, like I play basketball in real life. And the safety car is out in this lap. The safety car is in this lap, so ladies and gentlemen, Cevapcic is doing the basically what Lewis Hamilton always does, slowing the pace and driving around 50 kps, 40 kps, and it looks like New Zealand Cam has rejoined back to this session here today, so that's very good to see. But Cevapcic, of course, doing what Lewis Hamilton usually does, and now it's lights out and away we go for the Grand Prix of EFL, and it looks like New Zealand Cam caught the bluff of Kevin. We're gonna call him Kevin because we know his real name at the moment. I can't be asked to say him Cevapcic, and it's lights out and away we go, and actually I'm gonna call him Cheva. So Cheva is pulling away, but it looks like New Zealand Cam is following, as there's yellows in sector 3, so that I think is either Snookster or Jack King who's lost the position, and New Zealand Cam is diving up the outside and he's keeping his line, but Cevapcic is not letting me overtake him, and that means RP James has compromised him. RP James has crashed. RP James has crashed out, and he has spun, and is that going to cause him any more incidents? There's many other drivers. And Cam is retired. Cam is retired. No idea what's happened. What happened to Cam? He could have taken the championship lead here today. What happened to Cam? And is that going to bring another safety car here today? I have no idea what happened, but there was a massive domino effect here today, and that means Cevapcic is going to have a massive lead as Cam has left from the session. That will mean that if Kevin wins this Grand Prix here today, he is going to take the lead in the Drivers' Championship, and he currently has over 4-second lead over Opis, and there's a beautiful three-way fight for P3 between Harta, Ahmadi and Harry has lost 2 positions because of it. And Harta is currently in podium position, but he was very wide. Ahmadi is trying to overtake him, but Ahmadi is switching lines a little bit line changing from him. As they go side by side with each other, it's Mano against Mano. Who's gonna give in? Who has the bigger cojones here today, ladies and gentlemen? I'm gonna read the comments very shortly, but bear with me. This is laps 9 out of 27 in EFL, and we have one McLaren driver pitting, who is Harry, so probably following damage for him. As we have Jordi, who's left from the session, but there's a massive fight between Renault and McLaren for P3 position. Ahmadi is loving up the inside. Who's gonna give in as Ahmadi gets a 3-second penalty? And they go side by side with each other, and it looks like Harta kept the position here today. That was a very, very heated battle between these 2 drivers. But Teva Ptici already, or Teva having over 4.8 second lead to his closest rival in Alfa Romeo. As now the things a little bit calm down a little bit. Vidload Billy in P6, Snookster in P5, Trent in P7, Slavkin Rob in P8, Jacking in P9, Augie with Shaq in P10 position, and of course Harry, who had to pit, is in P13 position, so probably some funding damage for him, but you never know what can happen. The safety car might come at some point of the race. And we have somebody say good luck, guys. No. I don't think you understand English. That's what I'm gonna say. No comprende, amigo. Teva Ptici leads by over 4.9 seconds as Ahmadi and Harta are still fighting, and looks like Ahmadi got the maneuver done on Harta for P3 position. There we go, that was a beautiful overtaking maneuver by Ahmadi. As Vidlot Billy is going side by side with Snookster 007, and they go side by side with each other, and they're a little bit touching, a little bit spinning, but no, there is like a boy in a first date with a girl. Can I touch you? Can I touch you? And then they touch each other, and they find the eyes, they find the wedding, and the wedding bells are ringing. I hope the wedding bells are not gonna ring after this race, because this is EFL, lap 10 out of 27, as Hart has taken a 3-second top penalty for multiple warnings here today. But yeah, Snookster, Vidlot Billy, great overtake from Snookster, and he will promote himself to P5 position. As Hartza is currently in P4, Ahmadi in P3, and he's currently looking down to RP, and we have yellows in sector 2, and that is Sassi Matley, who has spun it. Matley has spun it. So yeah, battle for P2 actually. Yellows in sector 2. I have no idea what's happened. And there's a VSC. VSC has come out just at the nick of time as Harta was able to overtake Ahmadi, as Harta is giving the position back to Ahmadi, as it was apparently illegal overtake. But VSC has come out for the first time in this Grand Prix, and we have who's spinning actually? Ahmadi is spinning, so he's taking a risk. He's risking it for the chocolate biscuit. So very, very, very good to see. Very, very good to see. Alright, and the OS is enabled. It is enabled, so now it's lights out and away we go. Argiewicz getting a penalty for multiple warnings. Yeah, nothing really happening at the moment too. Oh yeah, actually Vidlot Billy is catching up to Harta, so I don't know what on earth, how did Vidlot Billy catch so much to Harta, but he is in a legitimate chances of getting the podium, as Ahmadi did pit, and he rejoined back in P7 position, 12 seconds behind of Jack King, but 5.7 seconds ahead of the Ferrari driver, so he's gonna drive in cleaner with the fresher tires, softer tires, so who knows, he might be fighting for the win, but Harta might be finishing first time in a podium in EFL if he keeps at it. He's never finished in a podium in this league. He's been trying it for the 13 long weeks. That is three and a half months, ladies and gentlemen. He's been trying to finish in a podium in EFL, and the best position for him are a few top 5 positions from the early stages of the season. But now his opening is DRS, but he is way out of ERS. So I don't believe that is going to be able to make the overtake happen. No, it's not. He has to wait for the better opportunity, as we currently have 15 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. 14 viewers at the moment, so any viewers, welcome to the stream of EFL. So I've said it many times, I'm the owner and commentator of EFL, blah blah blah. Nothing really happening at the moment. Nothing really happening. I don't know. Yeah, there's a... I don't care. Alfa Romeo driver has made a mistake. He has made a big mistake here today, and yeah, I don't know. Avoid some comments. It's hard to... Oh, there's Alfa driver running right. Alfa driver is running right, and that's compromised his exit, and that's gonna bring Hearts a lot closer to him for P2 battle here today, ladies and gentlemen. RPC is in big trouble from Hartza, so Hartza is doing his personal best drive. That is the way of the force, and yellow's in sector 2, and is that gonna bring out the safety car or not? No, just a brief yellow flags, and Hartza's moving down the inside of corner 1, but he is not making the overtake happen. He couldn't make the dive bomb stick, so he couldn't make it happen. He just couldn't make it happen, so we have to wait for the round, I believe round 13 with these drivers, because, you know, there's... In the older times of boxing, there used to be 15 rounds of boxing, but now it's turned to 12 rounds or 10 rounds. You rarely see any more 15 rounds of boxing, so... Yeah, it's boah, I don't know. And now look at the speed difference between the Alfa and the McLaren driver. As they're going side by side with each other, who has the bigger cojones, and beautiful overtaking as carry corner section by Hartza in his McLaren car. Going currently to P2 position. And we have a new comment coming. I'm gonna read it very shortly. But Sevap TT, basically, I'm just gonna say it now, he's won this Grand Prix. So congratulations, Kevin. You won this Grand Prix, very well done. Without a safety car, I mean. And RPC, Susie Frame gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. And RPC is opening his DRS, and he's gonna dive up the inside of Hartza, because I believe without a safety car, any disconnections or any mistakes, he's gonna win, because these drivers are just gonna fight with each other. He's gonna drive in clean air. He could actually make a pit stop, take the soft tires, and he would still win the race. So, and we're only lap 14, and he has over 10-second gap, and we've already had one safety car here today, ladies and gentlemen. So that is how Sevap TT Kevin wants his first ever drivers' championship in EFL, as White Lord Billy gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But now there is estimated the 3-car battle for P2 here today, ladies and gentlemen. And see more butts. See more butts. See more butts is fighting. Good luck, guys. And Chaotic Lesser fighting. Can you read English and see more butts saying no? I read the Chinese menu. I can see what you did, Jamie. See more butts. That was a very clever name. Very clever name. See more butts. I love the Simpsons references, man. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. See more butts. That's very good. I think my favorite prank name actually would be what it would be. Actually, I have to think about it. Oh yeah, never mind. But there's White Lord Billy and RPC going side by side, and it looks like White Lord Billy got the maneuver done for P2 position, as we have 12 laps remaining in this Grand Prix so far. But yeah, I'm gonna think of a few names. So Seymour Butts is one, but there's so many prank names you could say that. I wanna hug and kiss him. No, it's not good. No, I'm gonna think about after the race. So there's currently Harry overtaking Slav King Robo for P8 position in his McLaren. And Harry, who's run wide and has taken a 3-second top penalty for corner cutting. But that corner is a very devious corner. You never can actually nail it. As look at the gap Seva already has. Almost 12 seconds. So he has one as there's Hartza, White Lord Billy, and RPC still fighting. And Hartza has one very wide, and White Lord Billy in his debut he might take P2. That would be very impressive, as it looks like White Lord Billy is a little bit lagging, but they go side by side with each other. And it looks like Torso driver White Lord Billy got the maneuver done. 11 more laps remaining in this Grand Prix. And are they gonna go 3 wide? Oh my goodness me, they're gonna go 3 wide. Unbelievable scenes here today, ladies and gentlemen. As they go side by side with each other. And Hartza and White Lord Billy are going side by side. Who will give in? They're tapping, they're touching, but nobody is crashing. And that's very good professionalism from these drivers here today. As Hartza is going to be a little bit compromised by White Lord Billy, and yeah, White Lord Billy got the maneuver done. He got the maneuver done, and he has promoted himself to P2. So very good comeback from White Lord Billy, who led this Grand Prix for not pitting on the safety car. Pitting, going to the last place, but now he's back in P2. But the gap to leader is over 13 seconds. So without a safety car, I can't believe anybody challenging Serap Titi anymore in this Grand Prix. As Hartza is actually challenging around the inside of Ascari and got a penalty for overtaking, so it's going to be like a back and forth. And now there's Trent HT 21 in this battle, so mothers, lock up your daughters. This is going to be a World War III. No holds barred in the EFL. And a beautiful double for White Lord Billy. Got the maneuver done, so it's going to be just NASCAR racing. They're going to switch positions with each other and stuff like that. But Hartza is out of VOS, and it's very good battle. I like the battle. I like the passion they're putting to this race, and but yeah, now it looks like Hartza probably has to give up and save his VOS, because he is in 14% of VOS, and we know when it's going to be less than 20, you're going to lose some engine power, but it still looks like he has decent amount of straight line speed, even though he doesn't have any EOS available to use at the moment. And there's yellows in sector 2, so somebody has spun it once again, probably one of the house drivers. But no safety car here today, ladies and gentlemen, no safety car. Oh, 10 more laps remaining. It might be good. I might be able to get early sleep today. Race not going so long, so late, which is actually really decent. Yellow, there's a blue flag showing, and there's a ghosting Haas driver, ghosting Haas car. And I don't know, is White Lord Billy gonna get DRS from this? I actually might have to check. No, he's not. He overtook him after the detection zone, so no DRS for White Lord Billy, I believe, but it is going to be a DRS for Hartza, but he's out of EOS, so 1%, 0% of EOS. I've never seen any driver in this game run out of EOS, but he still has decent amount of straight line speed, even though he doesn't have the EOS, and they go side by side with each other. Who's going to give in? Who has the bigger cojones? They're tank slapping each other, and that's going to bring Trench HD back to the battle, and so RPCT, as it's probably going to be a 5-car battle very shortly, or 7-car battle if they continue like this, so if only we got a leader to this battle, like this, then yeah. And there's a Ghost car has a little bit messing things up, so Snooks the 007 has gotten a penalty, and we have Snooks the pitting. But yeah, we're gonna keep our eyes on this battle here today, ladies and gentlemen, for the battle for P2, P3, because this is the only battle that is actually going on in this stage of the race. Yeah, no battles going on, as well, Imedy is 5 seconds behind them, so he might be joining them also. So, but yeah, this is the only battle that's actually going in the track, so we don't have to show anybody else in this live stream except this battle. So once again, it looks like White Lord Billy is letting him pass. Yellows in sector 1, Susie Fernandez. Apologies, I sneezed. They go side by side with each other, Torosso and McLaren, as Argy Richard got 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. Yellows in sector 1 once again, and is that going to be got a safety card? Susie Payne has retired from the session. Susie Payne has retired, and there's massive crash between White Lord Billy and Hartzer. What on earth happened between White Lord Billy and Hartzer? I have no idea who caused it, but I do know that there's a big carnage because of it, and that's brought out the VSC here today, ladies and gentlemen. That's brought out the VSC here today. And same for both of these drivers' races. I have no idea what happened. It looks like sidepod glitch or something, but I assume these drivers are going to have their own personal point of view or their own stories about the crash. But yeah, VSC for the second time in this Grand Prix here today. As I'm going to quickly save, and Hartza was disqualified from the session. I'm going to quickly save the video clips because I will be making race highlights tomorrow. So, but yeah, that was interesting. That was very interesting. No safety car today because of sock distance. They can't allow them Marylander in the car with 2 meters apart. Exactly, Simo Bots. Exactly. That's why we have VSC. I hate when that happens. And I hate when coronavirus hits the spot. So yeah, that's very true, Jamie. 7 more laps remaining in this Grand Prix, and that's gonna make even bigger gap to what's up, GT. 14.6 seconds. I don't think he's even pushing that much. No, he's not pushing. So 7 more laps remaining in this amazing Grand Prix. I might have to make Singapore Grand Prix 25% because I can't be asked for 50% of this. Saucy Motley, oh, Harry is in P6. White Lord Billy is still in P5 after that. Amadi is being promoted to P4. Trent HT once again. Looked like after the crash, no chance for the podium, but once again he's going to the podium. Saucy Motley has received a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings here today, ladies and gentlemen. As bada bim bada boom. 7 more laps remaining in the Grand Prix. No battles going on. No battles actually going on. I'll decide. I'll make Singapore 25% race. Fuck it. That's not wasting 2 hours there. Yeah. Trans HD 21. I'm just so tired. I'm not used to. I need to make these races earlier. Well, luckily the season is gonna end very shortly. That's the thing. It's been a long season. You have no idea how hard it is to run a 21 race season calendar. And when you hit the mark of 13 or 14 rounds, you wish the season was over at that stage of time because of, I don't know. White Lord Billy is pitting, probably going to change his front wing. Yellow's in sector 2, and I believe $100 it's one of the... No, it's actually not the Haas driver. But we might need a safety car in this Grand Prix to make it a little bit more interesting. Yeah. Don't worry if I sneeze, I don't have coronavirus, don't worry about it. And oh yeah, Pierre is challenging Harry for the inside, and he has taken P5 from Ella Harry, so Harry has been demoted back to P6 position. There's a tire difference between them. The other has 12 lap old hards, the other has 12 lap old mediums. But now Cevapcic is actually losing his lead, but yeah, he has everything under control. He's not gonna lose a 13.5 second lead in 6 laps, and I don't even believe he's pushing his car. One of the easiest races for the Williams story in this season already, and he will be taking the championship lead after this race, after VLT Safe not racing today and New Zealand Camp retiring almost immediately in the Grand Prix. Trent is only 1.3 seconds behind of RP Gary. RP say, I mean, for the pizza position. 1.3 seconds still, no battles going. Oh, there's a battle, 9/10 between Harry and Pierre, but nothing else, so I don't know, I might sing to you guys. I don't know what to sing. I can feel it coming tonight, oh baby. Okay, that was very good. Billie Jean is not my son. Na 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 na. The kid is not my son. Ah, Michael Jackson, very very good singer, very good artist in his generation and in my generation, of course. I used to listen to him a lot. The Thriller, yeah, Billie Jean, and some other songs. So legendary guys, legendary guy. I don't care what people say about him. He's still, god damn it, the most legendary singers of all time. No, he didn't touch. He might have touched some children, or that's what I said he did. But for me, he's always number one. For me, he's always number one guy, and we have actually a three-way battle now for the P5 position. And we have actually Trent, who's only 6/10 behind of Oppie, so almost missed that, and Armady is catching to them. But then there's a battle for P5 between Pierre, Harry, and White Load Billy. Billy sounds like a guy. Anyways, Susi Matley has received a 3-second penalty for corner cutting, but it doesn't look like Harry will be able to match White Load Billy's dive bomb, and actually White Load Billy is not dive bombing him, but this is the only battle that is going on. 4 more laps remaining in this Grand Prix here today, and it feels like Italian Grand Prix 2017 in the front, in the top, but there's a good balance going on for P5 position and probably for P2 very shortly. So Pierre, and they go side by side. Can I see a better camera angle? And it looks like Harry has made a big mistake, or then he got pushed wide or something. But Harry has been demoted to P7 position here today, ladies and gentlemen, as White Lord Billy is man in the mission. He's gonna try to challenge around the outside of Ascari of corner combinations 8 down and 10. And he switched to the inside line, he's dive bombing on the inside. I believe there's gonna be a crash, and almost. And it looks like Pia Hansen turned in, but of course you have to think where you can and where you can't overtake a certain driver. That's a good lesson for everybody to know, as White Lord Billy will be opening his DRS very shortly. 3 more laps remaining in this Grand Prix. And White Lord Billy, Hansen is a little bit changing lines, he's a little bit weaving, he tries to stay alive, but it was easy maneuver for White Lord Billy as they go side by side. Hansen is not going to give in, but very easy maneuver for White Lord Billy to promote himself to P5 position here today. And now I believe White Lord Billy is trying to hey, well, he doesn't have any chance of catching to P4, P3 without any technical difficulties, disconnections, or simple driver mistakes. New comment saying, I haven't upset not a good race here, Motley, and I'm not happy with you guys missing out, no points. Well, there are bad days and there are good days, that's my motto, and yeah, nothing you can basically do about it. And now there's a 3-way battle for P2 between Shea, Trent, and Armady. Yellow is sector 3, and that's probably Pierre Hansen, who is in a wall. Did he make a mistake by himself, or? Well, we're gonna probably find that out very shortly, but that's his chances over for P5 position. And that will promote White Lord Billy and Harvey for P5 and P6 positions, and also Jack King to P7. And now probably Pierre will be pitting for the... No, he's not pitting, so he just made a draw mistake. Simple as that. Oh no, or then no any end-play damage for him. Oh, well, so I'm starting very shortly his second to last lap in his Grand Prix. And we have a 3-way battle for P2 position. So that's actually something. That is more than something. So Seth is in P2, Trent's in P3, and Amity in P4. But then we have to wait and see. There's nothing I can basically do and say to make it any better. Argue with has received a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and Amadi is going to dive up the inside of Mercedes driver, and he almost tries to dub on the Alpha driver, but Amadi made a maneuver down on Trent HD, and that has promoted the Scottish driver Amadi for P3 position here today, and will drop Trent HD to P4. So it's been a very decent comeback, very good comeback from Amadi, who in my opinion he has been driving very well. But there's only one driver here today who is gonna claim the Holy Grail, the golden prize of EFL, and that driver is, ladies and gentlemen, Sevap Titi 007, your new drivers championship leader after this race. Yeah, I don't believe that talented driver and experience what Sevap Titi has in league racing, that he is gonna bottle it in the last lap. Personal good friend of mine, known him for 2.5 or 3 years, so good to see as a commentator and owner that he's very successful in my league. But it's gonna be a last round battle, last time shaking and baking between Alfa, Renault and Mercedes driver. So bring on the pain, shut your mouth and bring on the pain, as they go side by side already. So as it looks like it's probably gonna be easy maneuver for Amadi, and yes it is. Not even defending the inside line, but will he be using slipstream of Amadi? Is he gonna dive up the inside? No, he's not, and that's an easy P2 position for Amadi. But we never know how the penalties are gonna play out. So that was something. Snook still got a penalty, and there's yellows probably somewhere. A lot of people changing positions, but Shay and Trent are gonna sell the P3 prize here today, because I believe that Amadi is too far away. But we have to keep an eye on Sevap Titi here today. He did everything right. He came here, took pole position, never lost the lead of the Grand Prix. A yellow for sector 2. And that has probably been somebody in the back, but Sevap Titi has done everything right today. He came here in Italy to dominate, to show that he belongs to the Drivers' Championship battle, and he does. 2 of his championship rivals, Viati Chapelle and New Zealand Cam, are not going to get points, and he will be taking 25 points, and that means he will be taking the lead in the Drivers' Championship by 1 point. Congratulations Sevap Titi, you are a numero uno. Grazie ragazzi mille, grazie ragazzi. Mamma mia, mamma mia. Amadi in P2. RPC actually in P2, Amadi in P3. Trent is going to finish in P2. Amadi is finished in P4, so Amadi has been left to the golden pineapple positions, and he will be outside the top 3. So that means Trent HD continues his podium streak right here in the EFL. White Lord Billy will be finishing in P5. Harry will be finishing in P6. Jack King is going to finish in P7 position. And the rest of the positions. So that was an unbelievable Grand Prix we've had here today, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable Grand Prix. Don't leave just yet from this stream. We're going to hear the top 3 interviews here today. The ending was actually very epic between the P2, P3 and P4. Jack King will finish in P6. Harry is going to finish in P5. Pierre is going to finish in P8. Lonely P8. RP James will be finishing in P9. Agi Ritchak will be finishing in P10. And without a point, we're going to wait for Slavkin Robo, who will be finishing in P11 position. But we're going to have the podium interviews here today, ladies and gentlemen, so don't leave the stream just yet. So I'm just putting message to the chat, or to the PSN chats, the podium interviews, ladies and gentlemen, podium interviews, the crown jewel of racing, actually. So as you're gonna see, the happy top 3 in the podium. I can imagine that all of these drivers are happy. Big Sevap Titi taking the championship lead by 1 point. Trent HD P3 continuing his podium streak, and Shay getting a first podium in the EFL. But congratulations, Danke, Kevin, Danke. Oh, unbelievable, bravo. I don't know German, I confuse German, Spanish and Italian languages all the time, so. But yeah, that's the top 3 here today, ladies and gentlemen. And Sevap Titi wins, Shane 2nd, Trent is 3rd, D in 4th, Harry in 5th, Jacking in 6th, Bill in 7th, Pierre in 8th, James in 9th, Agi in 10th, and then Slav King, Soxter, Motley, and then the retirements you can see here. But if we're gonna save the clip, we're gonna take the screenshots, and it's gonna be podium rock and roll, and we're gonna get out with this podium interviews here today. So bear with me as we're gonna get the top 3 for the interview box, starting from the race winner, TT007. Unbelievable race. My personal driver of the day, stayed out of trouble, was the fastest driver in all the race, and was able to finish. So it might be him or Amadi, but still Amadi wasn't able to contribute his comeback and wasn't able to finish in the podium, as we're going to invite Shay and Trent to the interview box, and I know these drivers are going to come, but they're in a different party, as we have already a race winner joining to our stream here today. So bear with us as we are going to get the 2nd and 3rd place also today, as we are going to invite Trent HT21, and was it Shay T who finished in P2 position? Yeah, RP Shay. So we're gonna wait. RP said, there we go. As now the invites have been sent to all of the top 3, and Kevin, good evening. Hello. Good evening. Now we're gonna start from the race winner. Kevin, can you hear me? Oh yeah, Kevin, he doesn't have a. Does he have a headset? He probably still has broken headset. So Kevin, if you can, could you send me voice message to WhatsApp so I could, play it to the viewers? So this is very worse situation, but Kevin, I'm gonna ask you a question, so put it to. Yeah, okay. So Kevin, it looked like it was a very easy Grand Prix for you here today. You weren't in any battles. You took pole position, and you took the lead in the Drivers' Championship by 1 point. So describe your feelings after this race. As now we're gonna wait for the voice message from Cevap Titi, and so it's gonna be a little bit longer podium interviews here today. So as I currently have my WhatsApp open, so he's writing. I'm commentating like David Croft about what people are doing. So he said his race was quite boring. Now waiting for new message from him. Kevin, you need to get a headset, man. I'm gonna buy it for you, man. I'm gonna just buy you a headset. I have money. I can buy it for you. Race was boring because of the incident, and okay. Now I'm reading all. Thank you very much, Eric. The race was really boring because of the incident. I had over 10-12 second gap. I was just managing the gap and saving fuel, saving ERS. But congratulations for Say and Trent for P2 and P3, and very happy to be finishing in P1 and taking the lead of the Drivers' Championship for the first time in EFL. Thank you very much. Well, thank you very much, Kevin, and we're going to get back to you when we're going to hear the national anthem of Germany. But Say, first time, first podium in EFL, amazing battle between you 3 for P2 between Ahmadi, you and Trent, and describe the race, describe the safety cars, the VSCs, describe the race here today for our viewers. So, did you guys know that Ahmadi had a penalties, because it looked like the both drivers, like say you let it Ahmadi go very easily, so did you know that he has a penalty? So, but this P2, how this gonna bring motivation for the next race? You just finished in the podium, the hunger grows as we go on for the season, and now you got taste of podium, taste of second place. So, what's your expectations for Singapore? Well, thank you very much. And P3 driver Trent says T21. Second race in EFL, second hard race for you. Looked like for a long time that you're out of the top 5, top 3 battles, but once again, somehow in the back of your head, you found the momentum, you found the hunger, and you finished once again in the podium. So you're keeping your podium streak alive. Describe emotions after the race. You take it in? Yeah. There's going a reputation for you that you're not. Well, you always have to do things the hard way, and is that what you used to be doing in league racing, or is this something new for you that it doesn't look like races are going your way, but somehow in the end you finish yourself in these podium interviews? So. So now Belgium and Italy. So before we end the stream, we're going to hear the national anthem of winner, drivers and constructors. So hats off for the national anthems of Germany and UK's God Save the Queen. And those were the national anthems of Deutschland, Finland and UK's God Save the Queen. And congratulations for the top 3 of Cevap Tici, Shay and Trent HT. And thank you for all the viewers, thank you for all the drivers who have joined once again to follow the most viewed YouTube league of all time. So I was the owner and commentator of this channel, Eric, also known as EFL under the SF1. And next week is going to be round 15 in Singapore. So before that, I just want to say good morning, good night, good day, wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you again next week in Singapore. So take care and stay home and stay safe. Bye bye.